Are you new to makeup? Have you ever felt like you don't know the difference between this brush and this brush? Have you ever felt like you don't know the difference between an eyeliner and a lip liner? Have you ever felt like you wouldn't know what to do with an eyeshadow palette if someone dropped it right into your hand? Then this is the video for you. This is a makeup tutorial for beginners. I'm going to walk you step by step through my process, and I'm going to help you achieve this look that I'm wearing today. And don't forget, if you don't like these colors, modifications can be made because it's your face. And at the end of the day, you're the one that has to wear it. So if you're interested in learning more about makeup application and you want to achieve this look, keep watching. Okay, so when applying makeup, one of the first things that you want to do is to actually pull your hair back if it's down. Next, you want to focus on moisturizer because you want to take care of your skin that's under the makeup. So today I'm going to be using the Watermelon Glow Pink Juice Moisturizer from the Glow recipe. Next, you want to go in with a primer. A primer is going to make your makeup attach to your skin a little better. It's going to make it look smooth. It's going to fill in those pores if you have large pores, depending on what kind of primer you use. So today I am using the No Problem Prime X Essence from Touch and Soul. And it comes in a tube that looks like this. So in this type of primer, even though it says Prime Essence, it is a primer, but you can also use it as part of your skincare. What you would do is actually just kind of squeeze it onto your face because it's liquid. Alright, next what I personally like to do is go in with my concealer to cover up these under eye bags and dark circles. Now, I do this because, one, I like the way it looks under my foundation, and two, I accidentally bought the wrong color of concealer, and I don't have the money to go and buy the correct color, so I'm just going to make this work. So right now I'm going to be using the Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer from Too Faced. When it comes to concealer, I don't put the large V that you see some people do because it's really not required, especially with this concealer because it is full coverage. So I just put a little under the eye to kind of hide those bags. Now I'm going to go ahead and highlight my nose and my forehead and my chin. Okay. Next, I'm going to take my damp beauty blender and I'm going to go ahead and blend this out. And do you see how I got so much coverage and how far that spread out? That's why you don't need the entire triangle that some people do. And so today I'm going to be using the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the color Chai. So I'm going to just put that on the back of my hand, like so, just a little squirt there. And what I do is I put it in dots on my face. Okay, so to blend in your foundation, you can use either the round end of a beauty blender or you can use a brush. What I prefer to use sometimes is a brush because it gives me more full coverage look. If you want to go for a more medium coverage or light coverage, then you can use a beauty blender, but that's just my personal opinion. make sure that you go down your neck area, just in case your foundation doesn't match your neck, so everything can be blended and it doesn't look like you have on a mask. Okay, as you can see, my dark circles are pretty much not there, but the highlight that was on my face is gone. So what I like to do is just go back in just a little bit more concealer. And so I take this and come in closer, and I just kind of dab it here and there, because you don't really need much. Remember to dab and not drag. Okay, next, after you put on your concealer over your foundation, you want to go in with a setting powder. And that's going to lock in that concealer, and it's also going to make for a more seamless transition, and it will also help with any oiliness that you may get. And so what I like to do, because I have translucent concealer setting powder, I just like to take a little bit and just kind of dab it on. Because when you have my complexion and you use translucent setting powder, sometimes it can make you look pale or gray, and I'll try to avoid that, so I can use just a tiny bit. Now they do sell more colors. You can get a color that is closer to your skin tone, but I just couldn't afford that at that moment. Okay, now I go into my brows. So what I do is I like to use a brow pencil because it's a little easier to use, and right now I have the e.l.f. Ultra Precision Brow Pencil, and it has the pencil on one end and a brow brush on the other end. So I'm going to brush through my brows so I can see them. And I naturally have pretty light, almost non-existent brows. So what I do is I go and get my brows tinted so I can actually see them, because without that you wouldn't be able to see the end of my brows. Now what you can do is draw a line under your brow and over your brow and fill it in to get that more sculpted brow look. But if you want a natural look, then you don't have to go for the line. So what I'm going to go for today is more of a natural look. So you just kind of make little hair-like strokes with the pencil. And then you take and you brush back through the brows. Okay, so once you complete your brows, they're gonna look a little weird. So if you want, what you can do is, or if you go outside of the little area you want your brows to be in, you can take a flat brush and your concealer, and you can actually sculpt your brows out to kind of hide any flaws that you may have created. So that's what I'm going to do now. Okay, so when it comes to eyeshadow, first thing is you don't need any crazy expensive brushes. You can just go to your local Walmart and get a Real Techniques brush or any brush they have there, or Walgreens, CVS, whichever you like. Right now I'm going to be using the brush that I got off of Amazon from the brand Beaky. That's also where I got my beauty blenders, or my blending sponge, if that's what you'd rather call it. It's all the same to me. I just wanted to save some money, and I did. So today for eyeshadow, I'm going to be using the Soft Glam palette by Anastasia. And as you can see, this palette is one of my favorites. So I'm going to go for more of a simple, beginner-friendly look. Okay? So what I'm going to start off is, the way that I like to start off is in my eyeshadow and the crease. I like to start off with the lightest shade, because for a beginner and for me, it's just easier in my opinion. So I'm going to go in with the shade Rustic right here. Oh wait. Rustic. And I'm going to go in with a fluffy brush. So I kind of dab first, and then I will go around in circles to kind of blend that out. Okay, so you see how that color is just placed there in a crescent shape, because that's the shape I wanted to go with my eyeshadow. For me, it's the easiest shape to do, just right off the bat. And so I decided to go with that. Okay, now I'm going to go in with a more angular brush, but it's still kind of fluffy, and it's from the same company from Amazon. And I'm going to go in with a darker color to kind of deepen up this crease area. So I'm going to go in with Cypress. I gotta get used to this. Cypress Ember. Or Umber. Yeah. So I'm just kind of, I'm gonna focus more so on my outer crease area. And then when that color is almost gone off the brush, I'm gonna sweep it into my crease. So I'm focusing on the outer V and then sweep it into the crease. Outer V, dab it on, and it's almost gone. Sweep it into the crease to deepen up that color. Okay. Now, what you can do to keep it from falling down, any fallout to fall on your face, is put setting powder under here. I don't like to go in with extra setting powder because it'll make me look gray, and I don't want that. So far, this is our color. Okay, another beginner-friendly thing is to not cut the crease. Cutting the crease is more of a intermediate skill. And so for beginners, like if you're just starting out doing makeup, I wouldn't try to cut the crease because you can mess up what you've done so far. So in order to cut a shimmer here, if you wanted to, what I like to do is take a shader brush. I'm taking a small one. And I take some setting spray. This is the Pixie Glow Mist. I'm going to shake that up a little bit. And what I do is I spray my brush bristle with the setting spray. Like so. Okay. And then I pick up my shimmer. So for this simple look, I'm going to go in with, which one this time? Let's go in with bronze over here. It's really golden and pretty. Now let's go in with rose pink actually. I'm feeling rose pink. In case you can see, I feel rose pink a lot. So let's go in with rose pink. And then you start, what I do is start at the inner corner. And I just kind of, do you see that pigment and that payoff that we got from spraying the brush with setting spray. I kind of follow my crease area a little bit, because once you have the brush there, you can kind of feel where your crease is, but it could be a little intimidating when you're cutting the crease, because it kind of feels just a little more permanent, you know? Yes. Okay. And then what I like to do is take that same brush I did the outer V with, go back in that same color and just kind of reinforce that color there. Now I know I have some color coming down here, but I'm going to take care of that when I do my lower lash area. Okay, so we'll go over that in just a moment. Okay, so for my under eye area, my lash area, I'm going to go in with a different color this time. I'm actually going to go in with the color Mulberry, which is right here, that reddish color. I'm going to dip my brush in. I'm using a small brush, so I'm going into a small area. And I'm just kind of going to keep that brush close to my lash line. I'm going to apply the color. I'm going to apply a little more. Okay. That looks really nice, actually. I still have a little color there that I'm not happy with, but I can make it work. Okay, so I went ahead and completed this other eye off camera. Now I'm going to go back to my face for a moment because I forgot contour. Contour is going to bring color back to your face after you highlight certain key areas that you want to highlight. And so with contour, what you want to do is find where your cheekbone is, kind of, or where your face naturally has that kind of sunken in area. For most people, it's right above the ear. And I'm going to be using the Fenty contour stick in the color Espresso. And so what I do is I take the stick, start there, and I just kind of go down. Okay. Same thing on this side. Kind of like where I naturally have that darkness in my face. And then to create a chin, in case you have a double chin, you want to slim that down or slim your face down, what you can do is start at the back here, right under your ear. And you can go down under, not on top of the face, but under. Same thing here. Go around. And then you want to bring color back to your forehead area. And so you could go around there. Now also, I like to contour my nose. So what I do is just take this and I go down the side of my nose. My lines are not always straight. Yours probably will not be straight either, but that's okay. I go down the other side of my nose. And with contour, is all about knowing your face shape and what you want to achieve with this. What parts you want to make darker and what parts you want to bring to the front. And so for me, I like to put that there and then that there. Okay, for my contour, I like to use a brush. So I like to use this flat brush. It's by e.l.f. I'm not sure of the name, but I know I got it from my local Walmart. So you may be able to find it there too, or on e.l.f.com. And so what I do is with my contour, on the sides, I don't bring it down really. I just kind of dab at it and brush up. And it kind of naturally just stays in that area. Okay, same thing on this side. And when you put down your contour lines, you don't want to make those silly faces where you're kind of like, because then you're changing the shape of your face and your contour won't be right. Now I'm going to go in with blush. Now for blush, I'm going to use my Cover FX face palette. And I'm going to go in with this blush color here. I'm going to go in with this blush color here. It doesn't have a name, it just says blush. Oh wait, it does have a name. It is called Majestic. So I'm going to go in with the color Majestic. So with blush, I just dip my brush in a few times because it can be highly pigmented. And for my blush, I try not to go completely over the apple of my cheeks because it can make my face look a little fuller, and I wanted my face to look slimmer. That's why I did contour. So I just kind of start there and go like that along the contour line. See, dip in, start here and go back. Now, if you ever feel like you're a little heavy-handed with the blush, then just go in with a clean brush and swipe at it a few times and it'll lighten things up. Now, before I go in with anything else, I'm going to go ahead and set my face. Now, if you don't like the idea of spraying your face like with the setting spray, then I would suggest the Morphe setting spray. It has a continuous spray, so you just press it down and let it go. Well, no, literally let it go. Hold it down and it just sprays at your face like so. That feels so refreshing. Oh my gosh, I love this. And this is only $7. It's a bargain. It's a steal, and it works. I highly suggest copping this. Alright, next I'm going to finish up the eyes. Now, I finished the eyes after my setting spray because if you do it before the setting spray and you close your eyes to spray the spray, it could smudge. So I do this step after setting spray. So what I'm going to do is take my Urban Decay 24/7 gel pen liner and I'm going to tightline my eyes. Now, when I say tightline, I'm going to go into the waterline of my eye and mark this. Now, if you're a beginner and you're afraid of doing this, you do not have to do it. You can just leave it off completely, or you can go right under where your lashes are, or right where your lash line is, and put the line there. I just prefer to tightline my eye. I like the way it looks. Highly prefer that. Okay. Next, I'm going to go in with a liner for my top lash line. And for that one, I like to go in with either a pencil liner or a felt tip liner for beginners because it's just easier to manage than dipping it in a gel liner or brushing a gel liner than trying to freehand a wing. So I'm going to go in with the Tattoo Liner by Kat Von D. And I'm not going to go for a wing because that's a little tricky to do. What I'm just going to do is close my eye. When you line the top part, just follow the shape of your lash line. Look at that. So much better than it looked before. Now, last step for the lash line is mascara. I'm going to go in with the Superhero Mascara from IT Cosmetics because it makes my lashes look very long and luxurious in my opinion. So when putting on mascara, you just want to open your eye, and gently brush it on. Okay, now what I did to fix that eye, where the mascara went onto my eyeshadow, I just covered it with more eyeshadow. Simple. Now, last thing, well, not last thing, but next I go for my lips. So with lips, I like to line my lips first so they stand out a little more. I'm going to be using the Appeal Gel Liner in Deep Taupe. Now this gel liner is actually, I think, was made for your eye, but you can also use it on your lips. So I'm going to use it on my lip today. Now when you're lining your lips, you want to make sure you follow the shape of your lip. If you want a slightly bigger lip, then you line slightly above the shape of your lip. But since I'm fine with the shape of my lips, the shape of my lips, I'm going to follow the lines of my lips. Next, I'm going to go in with lip gloss from Dominique Cosmetics, and this is going to be in the color Strawberry Lemonade. This is what the packaging looks like. Very adorable. I'm going to brush it on the center part and then put my lips together and spread it out. Now last, I like to go in with highlight. So for my highlighter, I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty highlighter in the color Hustler Baby. So with highlighter, you dab your brush in, and you want to kind of go over where you put your blush and your contour. Alright everyone, that was my beginner friendly makeup tutorial. I hope that you learned something new. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you try to recreate this look. Please follow me on Instagram. It is Kirby at Kirby with Love. Subscribe to my channel, like this video if you enjoyed it, and leave a comment down below. And as a matter of fact, in the comments down below, tell me what kind of video would you like to see next. Okay? And thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.